Drake and Adolf Hitler Ross, or whatever his name is, have been brought up in some paperwork. And it is, the word Rico has been included in it, and it is associated with the stake contracts that they have. So what I did, I went, found the paperwork, I highlighted all of the, initial things of it. We go check that out. I'm gonna do a story about this on my other channel. Actually, and just to let y'all know how shit probably gonna work is, I'm gonna talk about shit over a little bit of the shit over here on the other channel. Then me and Briss will talk about it, to get back and forth and shit. But some shit that crosses over certain lines, I will be talking about over there. So, with that being said, we are going to pull up this damn paperwork and get to it. And then I found a couple of videos that we are going to watch of Drake talking about his, matter of fact, you know what? We'll watch that first. So here's one of the videos that I remember he posted, and we was like, what the f are you talking about? And let's check this out right here.
People keep saying, enough of the state posts. Enough of the state posts. What are you, some sort of gambling addict? Am I a gambling addict? Yeah, I'm addicted to being signed to the biggest gambling company in the world, literally stacking up free rackets, watching my right-hand man skirt off in a Ferrari F12. You're right. I'm absolutely addicted to blessing my family and friends, pulling up the Steph Curry pack, a 30 clip, to a bus station, giving it to somebody that's probably been working a 80-hour work week. And shout out to all the healthcare workers and the single moms. Yeah, I'm addicted for sure. I'm addicted to running it up until I'm the...
And this is where we knew this was some bullshit or elephant shit, whatever you want to call it. All right. But this is when it's just mini steak ads. All right. Now
he was trying to address the elephant in the room with that shit.
He was trying to address the goddamn elephant in the fucking room. Let's get some of this paperwork in this bitch. So I'm only reading the highlight of this. We not reading the whole thing, Briss. Just so you know, I got what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's like 11 documents. We just reading the highlight of this shit.
Oh,
yeah, I learned lessons from last year, being on live for 72 hours, reading footnotes. So this was filed by LaShauna Ridley and Tiffany Hines, which those are black names. All right, y'all let me know if those sound white to you, but Hines, that could be, but if she hanging with a LaShauna.
That's my people's thing.
Yeah.
Hines.
So shout out to them trying to put my Drake down. Shout out to, as they always, it's always a black woman. The black woman is always trying to protect us from some bullshittery, going through the proper channels, and hopefully one of them don't try to go through the Charlie Kirk channel. But if they do, I'm be like, you know what? Hey, I'm gonna start a petition so she can get a couple of days off her life sentence. Plaintiffs LaShauna Ridley and Tiffany Hines, they are the plaintiffs. The nature of the action, this consumer class action seeks to stop Stake US, an illegal online gambling platform promoted by Drake, Ross, and Nguyen, and used by Drake, Ross, and Nguyen to obscure transmissions of money in furtherance of their ongoing music buying campaigns from continuing to prey upon consumers and impose civil penalties on all defendants to deter future misconduct. Now, soon as the word bots and shit came up, I saw a bunch of online saying, oh, this looks like the handiwork of Rock Nation. The Rock Nation is doing this shit. And I was like, they might, I don't know. Let's move on to, because I don't put the shit past no motherfucker. I don't give a who get them out the paint, goddammit. The next thing, it says defendants Drake, Ross, and Nguyen has, or Nguyen, I forgot, is some Nguyen. All right. My apologies to the Vietnamese out there. Have also made use of Stake, including through a U.S. storefront, stake.us, to directly transfer money between and amongst themselves using Stake's tipping program, an unlimited and wholly unregulated money transmitter that appears to exist outside the oversight of any financial regulator. Defendants have utilized Stake's tipping program to inter alia transfer gambling proceeds wagered through on the Stake platform. In addition, through Stake's tipping function, defendants have financed their combined artificial streaming botting to create fraudulent streams of Drake's music, fabricate popularity, disparage competitors and music label executives, distort recommendation algorithms, and distribute financing for all the foregoing while concealing the flow of funds. So this first half, I think that they gonna get into it in more detail, but basically, especially if any of y'all was in the crypto now, especially back 2016, 17 or so, is basically they using the Stake coins and shit to trade money, to tipping and all this shit, using different words for money, and then they cash out a completely different way. But while it's in the form of the non-US tender, then they can't be regulated by anything because they're not trading quote unquote money. But we'll continue. At the heart of the scheme, Drake acting directly and through willing and knowledgeable co-conspirators has deployed automatic bots and streaming farms to artificially inflate play counts of his music across major platforms such as Spotify. These inauthentic streams injected via interstate digital pathways were collaborated to mislead royalty and recommendation engines, manufacture popularity, distort playlists and charts, and divert both value and audience attention. Hold up.
So basically, this is why everybody was talking about he had more plays than Michael Jackson and all the artists from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s and shit, because this was going on.
Yeah. Huh. How is praying? Oh, okay. That's how I was connected, because I was like, all right, but how is it connected? Okay, I got it right now. All right. Then it says, Stake.us's user-to-user tipping and encrypted internal transfer mechanisms have fueled and enabled payments to bot operators and amplifiers to be hidden from public or regulatory view. One example of a publicly documented large... Huh? Oh, shit. My dumb ass. My bad. This this is another page. These tips and many others like them cycled among defendants Drake, Ross, and Nguyen underwriting, botting, and paid engagement campaigns. Days before the filing of this complaint, defendant Drake gave defendant Ross a $220,000 car as a gift. Nguyen interfaced with bot vendors, supervised and coordinated amplification strategies, and integrated paid clipping campaigns. The clipping campaigns were facilitated through the clipping service and affiliated networks on X, formerly Twitter, Discord, and Kick platforms. Kick in turn is a betting platform financially underwritten by the founders of Stake. I forgot to highlight this, but this was important shit. Public posts, chat logs, leaked communication, and other records document the wins, direct handling of funds through multiple accounts. So basically, what's happening is they taking all their goddamn money from Stake and using it to bot Drake. Pretty much, basically, that's what it is. And it looked like they paying for all of the clips, which I guess is like ads or clipping up shit or whatever, and making it look like all of this shit really popping when it ain't. They say okay. They said this again. Or did I? Okay, yeah, I already read that part. Here it says Drake, Ross, and Nguyen have further incentive to promote and mask the true nature and extent of their conduct on and around Stake since at least 2022. Drake and knows. Oh, I put it in a different order. However, I want to read this up here. Drake, Ross, and Nguyen.
You still reading just to highlight it? Because I only see one thing highlighted over it.
I be forgetting to goddamn hit the share button, man. My bad. It says Drake, Ross, and the Wind have been zealous promoters of Stake. Drake has been paid by his own admission $100 million per year for his promotional services.
Damn. God damn.
And I know that sounds like a stupid ass number, and it just can't be real, and it just probably could be made up. But these gambling sites and these bots, especially with bots, I don't know if anybody else went into this shit, how bots work and shit, but we'll get into it later. That sound like a stupid number. It probably ain't too accurate, but you can make a whole bunch of money and shit. And I think they just threw that out. And that's why you dumb as Drake, going out, throwing out stupid ass numbers and shit, trying to look like the man. All this shit do is come back you back in the ass, which I know you like, but still. Plaintiffs have been further damaged by the false marketing, manipulations, and abuses of defendant Drake. Thank you. Finally, other people talking about the abuse. I've been being abused since when I went to a goddamn club one time after 2009. Since then, I never went back to the club ever again. I've been twice. One time with you, Brisk. And then that one time I saw myself look in the mirror with the goddamn hookah and cried in the shower. Plaintiffs have been further damaged by the false marketing, manipulations, and abuses of defendant Drake, who, by his own public announcements, has been paid some $100 million per year to promote Stake, as well as defendants Ross and the Wind, who have participated directly in the marketing of Stake.us, as documented in their many online posts across multiple platforms, advertising and endorsing Stake. Plaintiffs assert claims under the Racketeering, Influenced, and Corruption Organization Act and the Virginia Consumer Protection Act. Plaintiffs seek damages, treble damages under Rico, which means triple whatever judgment comes out, restitution and disgorgement, injunctive and declaratory relief, attorney's fees and costs, and other relief deemed just and proper. Oh, this was that other paper. It was that one that it didn't finish. Hold on, I'm gonna read these back to back real quick and shit. Hold on. Yeah, so this was the one where it said Drake, Ross, and the Wind have further incentive to promote and mask the true nature and extent of their conduct on and around Stake since at least 2022. Drake and those acting under his direction, including Ross and the Wind, have made use of Stake.com and Stake.us to covertly finance the orchestrated procurement of botting and streaming farm activities to artificially inflate the number of plays attributed to Drake's catalog across major digital services such as Spotify. Stake.us facilitates this convert financing scheme through its user-to-user tipping and internal transfers that effectively obscure the identities of counterparties. Through these mechanisms, withdrawals are recorded merely as Stake transactions, concealing their true origins and recipients. These transactional features enable the concealment, convert routing, and disbursement of funds to bot operators, intermediaries, and amplifies and disbursement of funds to buy operators, intermediaries, y'all know, middlemen and shit, and amplifiers integral to sustaining and expanding the artificial streaming and amplification. God damn it, I need some goddamn water. Reading this legal shit is some goddamn bullshit.
It is. I could not be illegal, bro. Just
and it make you want to stop. Cause now I'm feeling real like not smart and shit, not feeling stupid, but I don't even feel like I should be having kids and shit at this moment. Like I'm like, how the did I raise some goddamn kids? It says the Stake.us platform allows users to play casino games such as roulette and visual slot machines, which are pure games of chance. The outcome of these games is determined by random number generators. Users may bet Stake cash on these online casino games with the prospect of a large payout, often many multiples of what was bet. Stake's virtual casino games involve no skill or strategy. Stake.us thus generates revenue from underwriting and often unwitting and often vulnerable American consumers, incentivizing Stake.us to continually deceive American consumers and regulators. Stake.us conducts an illegal gambling business within the meaning of 18 U.S.C. 1955, including by operating casino-type wagering in violation of multiple state laws involving 5 or more persons in substantially continuous operation with substantial daily revenue. Now, here it says Stake.us is a U.S. storefront for Stake.com and has been operating as one of the largest and most profitable illegal online casinos since at least 2022. Stake.us was created and marketed to the U.S. customers as a social casino that purportedly does not permit real money gambling to bypass applicable United States federal and Commonwealth of Virginia gambling regulations. So, how did it work? But if you put money in to get stake coins and shit, just because it converts to the state coins, I'm assuming that mean, because that's how it was with crypto and shit before the IRS and shit got involved and shit. You put your money in the crypto and quadruple that shit, cash that bitch out, and this was back in the day and shit. So I guess it's the same type of bullshit. But while it was in there, it wasn't really money. Like, that's why crypto still ain't a real security. But that's because the government is pimping the out of crypto right now. So they will never regulate it the correct way. It needs to be regulated until later. Anyway, Stake.us offers 2 types of virtual currency, gold coins and state cash. Gold coins have there's some crypto shit. Gold coins have no monetary value and cannot be converted into real money. However, state cash can be redeemed for cryptocurrency or digital gift cards at a rate of 1 state cash to 1 U.S. state's dollar.
Damn.
Stake.us bundles every purchase of gold coins with state cash. Thus, when a player purchases gold coins to engage in casino games, they are also purchasing state cash. If a player is lucky and wins, they can cash out their state cash for cryptocurrency. But if a player loses their state cash and wishes to continue gambling, they must buy more worthless gold coins, which will be bundled with more state cash. Wow.
Damn, nigga. Loopholes.
Defendants Drake and Ross are paid by Stake to promote the platform. The two have engaged in live streamed gambling, wagering large sums of money that was provided surreptitiously by Stake. In other words, though Drake and Ross purported to be gambling with their own Stake cash, it was in fact provided to them by the house. Mm-hmm. We only got 2 more. 3 more. Stake's online operations also violate Virginia law, which prohibit online gaming by providing a freely accessible online gambling forum accessible to consumers in the Commonwealth. Stake is flagrantly violating Virginia law and jeopardizing the health and safety of Virginia's residents. Stake.com originally created as an online cryptocurrency casino that could be accessed, albeit unlawfully, by consumers in the United States by use of VPN, obscuring the user's true location. The good old days. This misleading statement deceives consumers into believing that they are participating in harmless gameplay, when in fact they are being lured into real money gambling. Drake, Ross, and Wynn have been zealous promoters of Stake. Drake has been paid by his own admissions $100 million a year for his promotional services. Let's see what this is. Now, what they want is they're ordering for restitution and disgorgement of amounts wrongly obtained by defendants, and entering injunctive and declaratory relief to prevent further unlawful conduct. I think we read something like that earlier. And this is, they want to be awarding all available damages not less than $5 million, including statutory, compensatory, consequential, punitive, and enhanced damages and attorney's fees where authorized by law, including 18 U.S.C. 1964 and Virginia, blah, 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 blah. And then, Plaintiffs in the class seek treble damages, which is triple cost and reasonable attorney fees. Now, it's funny that they brought that up because I remember last year I was always saying that laughing at Drake losing money wasn't nothing but a goddamn steak commercial. It was quite obvious what the shit was.
You did say that. You did say that.
It was like, yeah, he not losing. I'm trying to tell you guys. I know it's great, but Drake is okay being a duck in the real world because he is a duck. But ducks who got access to money, they cool because money is Drake's god. So for him, integrity and all sorts of shit, that shit don't matter. People whose god is money, that shit don't matter to them as long as they got money and shit. But it was a streamer not too long ago that had also put this out on to white people and let them know, the young white boys.
It's like
and
watching
shit.
Drake bet on all these sports. He's like betting. It's like watching Drake bet on all these sports.
A few years
He's
ago,
like,
last year or something like that.
On that.
Yeah, but that's because he has a stake deal. That's not his money.
Look at that.
Sorry to expose Drake, but like that's not his money. He's not betting. He's not betting that money. That's stake fronting him the money, and he gets a percentage if he wins.
How'd you know?
Because I've gotten like similar deals offered. I tried to get with Stake. Stake is paying him so much money.
Really?
Yeah. They were paying like Adin Ross like $1 million to $2 million a month.
What?
So imagine what they're paying.
It's like watching Drake.
And that's why we know it ain't no goddamn, at least not in no cash, no 100 million. It might be it might be in the goddamn stake coins or some shit, and when he cash out. But if they was paying Aiden 1 or 2, they're probably paying Drake maybe 5, 6, because y'all gotta understand, it is just crypto alone is insane amounts of money, and then you add the goddamn gambling, then you add that they demographic is so young. Right now, the entire country has been the new drug that sadly got put in the hands of everybody is DraftKings and all these goddamn games and shit or whatever.
Good point.
And now the market for them is just, they market to young people too. But Drake and then with that kick shit, getting their money all sucked up into that crypto shit, once you start exchanging your money for other tokens and shit, it's just the same thing like when you go to the goddamn casino. They want you to put that goddamn shit on the card or anything. Because once you not spending money no more, you don't give a fuck about losing no goddamn, it's not the same effect. And they put their money in that system, and since they split it up into two separate things, you buying some shit that's worthless or whatever, but you get to stay cash, but it matched 1-to-1 with US dollars, and you can cash out with gift cards as prizes, or get some crypto, which you can cash out somewhere else for cash. So it's just a big money. It's probably a bunch of money laundering included in that as well, which goes to my point on why I don't think this lawsuit is going to go any goddamn where. That's right. It's too much goddamn money involved, you guys. It's too much money involved. Adin Ross is in this shit. Drake, come on. Drake is, look, Dennis, we know it's pre-cum, okay? Drake is like 87% Adin Ross. Let's be real. Nguyen, did y'all hear that last night, Nguyen? I got Vietnamese friends. All right. The proper hands not only have been greased, but the hands that have not been greased, they are in the process of being greased as we speak. They might get slapped with something. I'm pretty sure all the servers that all of this shit occurs on is not on U.S. soil. I'm pretty sure that not only are Drake and Adin getting paid off of this, but people sitting in very high places have been getting paid off. You don't nobody do no blatant shit like that. Just blatantly, if they don't already know it's gonna be all right. Okay. And look, I really hate to do this to you guys. Y'all gonna hate my guts. Let me go on and put the email up right now.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna be very upset with me. But this is the main reason ain't shit gonna happen. They not gonna let these names defeat that big ass large machine. Not in America. Oh, hell no. And if that shit had said Betty Sue Johnson or no, Betty Sue Smith and something else, I'd be like, all right, I have to look them up and be like, all right, is these bitches rich or something? Because if these hoes ain't rich and they got a little Bobby that's done got addicted and ran through his trust fund on this shit, they ain't go. You be poor white and nothing's gonna happen. No, a lot of people know y'all got a lot of faith that something bad's gonna happen to Drake anytime soon. Look, y'all know I despise him. Look, guys, Drake's money is God. For me, Drake is already done lost. He a hoe ass nigga. Ain't no amount of money in the world I would take to be a hoe ass nigga. So for me, the pizza party started when he was goddamn put in the womb and shit with goddamn pop. You know that shit on popcorn where the kernel don't pop all the way, and then that little shell of it be there, and you be like, "What's this little shell?" That's the kind of the amount of damn DNA that was made in him. He done lost to me already. But as far as in this realm that we live in, the devil's playground, he's going to run amok, especially to people who think having a lot of money means some shit. For me, it don't mean shit. But as far as the kind of loss that we want Drake to have, it happened, and it happened with Godzilla Kenny and shit, who, like I said, is about to go back under the water, go do shit like regular people, spend time with his family, drive around his sister's Corolla and shit, have a good time and fun. And Drake is about to come back up, all right? And he done already ran back to Atlanta. 21 Savage done already put him on the record, you guys. Y'all know I would love to come over here and be like, oh, this is it for him. This is going to be a lot of money greased. A lot of money greased for this. Now, with that being said, I hope I'm wrong. I hope that Drake goes to jail for Rico. I hope him and Adin Ross are on a nightly basis when they go in there against their will. But I just don't think. Damn, I wasn't supposed to say shit like that on in 2026.
God, that shit escalated very quickly. Shit.
Sorry, that's just what I hope. You know what I'm saying? Is it against the law to hope some shit like that? I didn't say that's what's happening to him. Just saying I hope it happened. 9 times out of 10 it won't. And you know what, Brisk? Now I'm thinking about it. Even if it did, we walk past the prison and we be hearing shit like this. But it won't be out of pain or dissatisfaction. It'll be out of sincere and utter ecstasy and joy. Sadly, there's no winning with them. The shit that we would think is horrible to happen to them, they love it. Being called duck butters and shit, they don't give a smashing the ass on a nightly basis, probably do that without the pen being involved. There's nothing we can wish on them, you guys. Drake is a bitch ass, and his fans are Drake fans. Who the fuck? He got Drake fans for fans. He don't even like them hoes. He a duck that don't like other ducks. And Adin Ross gonna backstab that motherfucker pretty soon in the future. I say in about 2 years. Adin Ross is gonna turn. And guess what? Y'all would think that would be great that Adin Ross go backstab him, but guess what? It's not. Because guess what Drake gonna be like? Oh my gosh. I finally got treated like a nigga. Yes, I finally got my nigga card. What? Oh, a nigga. I forgot to put the A on there. I'm sorry. I've been practicing 21.
It just sort of, it bugged me, man. It bugged me because it was like somebody I looked up to at one point. It was somebody that I was like, I used to see out and be like, yo, that's that nigga. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing. He open.
I told you I've been practicing.